The Chicago Bulls and Josh Giddey have gotten to a great start, but a big reason why, along with the team playing really well, is Josh Giddey is having a fantastic start. Let's take a look at what he's doing this year as opposed to his other years. Welcome to Basketball Vision. So right here, we all know Josh Giddey. If you're a Thunder fan, big fan of him, you know that the biggest thing, if you want to skip past the video, I'm not going to clickbait with a lot of different YouTubers. Right here, this is the biggest difference between this year and his years in Oklahoma City Thunder. He is taking threes and absolutely making threes at an outrageously good clip. It's above 40%. Again, let's take a look at this. Now, he was getting slowly better and better and better in the Oklahoma City Thunder days, but he is absolutely making these threes off transition in the half court, and he's doing a really good job here. So let's take a look at this play right here, right? Ball goes to the high post. What are we in, guys? We're in, that's right, point-away action. You know this from Denver Nuggets, from Princeton videos. This is point-away Nuggets. Giddy can curl this, use it, go under, come off the handoff right here. And they're using action for Giddy. He wasn't really a guy, again, Josh Giddey is a guy who's a playmaker, facilitator. But this year, he's also more of a scorer than in years past. And off just this action, which I think the Bulls are going to run more of, that's what he's trying to do. And Josh Giddey as well is really big. As you know this, he's a right-hand finisher, right? He wants to finish right, but he's a really good dribbler still going left. But he wants to finish right. Right here, they're running a three-man action, point-away action for him. Again, by the way, for those of you new to the stream, it's point-away because if passer passes the high post to Vucevic, right? And then we pass away from the high post, so point away here. And then when this pass happens right here, screen happens, for those of you new to the corner, Josh can do a couple things. He can cut right to the basket, go under, could curl this if he's being hugged or trailed, right? Or can just use the three-man or use the handoff, right? If, for instance, we pass the ball here and then we go to the corner, that's point over the top or point strong, and the same concepts apply, right? But they're running action. I think as the season progresses, they'll probably run more and more actions for Josh Giddey, right? Let's take a look at advanced stats, though, guys. My essential advanced stats right now, even though Giddy's off to a great start, the advanced stats are saying, hey, he's still warming up here. He's excellent in transition, but he's average in the half court, right? But stats-wise, you have to say, listen, on paper, he's really a big reason why Chicago Bulls are off to a great start. He's not the only one playing well, by the way. Chicago Bulls are playing really, really well here, okay? Right here, this is, again, these are going to be Josh Giddey possessions, right? Chicago Bulls really springing out. Ball screens are all something that, again, we've known Josh Giddey can do that, right? But again, he is absolutely, how often in his first 2 years on the Thunder were teams going under ball screens? Every time, right? If you're a Thunder fan, they were under every time, right? And they were sagging off him, playing off him. However, now they're still going under him, right? But because he's on fire, other teams have gotten burned going under on him because he's such a hot shooter coming out the gates this year. So yes, he misses this, but notice how a lot of other times teams are going to go over on him on three and go under still, but they're going to give him, I'm sorry, I went to say under, but he's still going to be able to shoot the three. Right here, again, we talked about he can dribble left, but he's finishing right. He's a great right finisher. We talked about this before. He has a nice little float, nice little touch. He's gotten a little bit better than our Oklahoma City Thunder days. I know OKC fans are saying, yeah, he's always been a decent finisher to the right, but he's gotten a little bit better the last 2 years, especially right here. Just a simple crossover. I don't think Bridges should fall for that too much, but again, he just finishes it gracefully with contact, through contact. He's doing better. And yes, he is way better at finishing through contact, Thunder fans, than he was back then. I think Bulls fans kind of saw that a little bit last year in stretches, but this year just seeming like he's okay with the contact, and he's just getting that finish there. Again, right here, tight little crossover here, going over it. I guess they have Brunts on him, and he's going to finish over. Again, let's take a look at this, though. Again, he's a guy who is a great transition player. We know this, right? His MO has been transition, but in the half court, he's gotten a lot better last year, and this year just seeming to play really good. They're playing with space and letting him be the playmaker. Right here is coming down here. They're helping on him. Again, he can drive left, guys. He really can, but he wants to finish right? But he is finishing right off the glass. He's finishing those tough glasses, and he's just doing a really good job at just being composed with those finishes. Right here, again, Giddy with the ball here. These are recent clips here. He has the ball here. He's bringing it up here. Chicago Bulls are really spread here. By the way, this is called Spain pick and roll, by the way, in case they didn't really do it here, but especially in college basketball, they do this a lot. I'm not going to go into why they do it because this is being drop coverage, but what a Spain pick and roll is, Spain used to run this years ago. Right here, it's a teams that are down in the ball screen, right? Right here, let's pause it right here. I know it's a Josh Giddey thing, but let's talk about Spain pick and roll. Ball screen happens right here, then this person would screen whoever's doing the drop coverage, right? And then for a lob pass. So right here, they would essentially Again, it's not really Spanish pick and roll, but if they were to set a screen for a cat, it'd be a lob play because now no one would usually help and recover, or if you do help recover here from the corner, it'd be just a skip pass here again. But notice how ball screens happen a lot right there. That's kind of what they're looking for. Doesn't really have it. Good job defending here. But again, they're just running a lot of ball screens with them, but I think there were a lot more three-man actions with Giddy. He cuts here. Look at action. And again, tries to get for the finish from the right hand. But again, look at this screen. He's always active in the half court. He's cutting here. I want to show that because that almost was a Spanish pick and roll. And again, comes over here, taps it off a little bit, comes over here, skips it right here, little cut here, cat, contests it a little bit, gets that, but again, some action there that the Chicago Bulls are running, but Bulls fans especially will tell you they're really playing with space so far this year. Giddy goods it up. Again, he's a transition guy, loves to play in transition. Players love that. We come back here. Pass it, hot potato, passive ball screen over here. Don't have anything here. Giddy wants to cut here, gets the ball here. Now look at this. They got OG on him, right? So he doesn't want to attack OG here. Doesn't want to attack OG here right now, but look at this. OG's giving him a lot of space here. He's taking it with the skip pass here, coming off for it. And again, OG's going to give him space here, gets it, shots it again. Again, what was the biggest thing that people said about Josh Giddey in his playoffs 2 years ago? They said he got exposed, right? And the biggest reason why he got exposed is because they were using him as a second, third option at times on the Thunder, right? But he just would not create space because he was just a poor three-point shooter. He was shooting 30 to 32%. He shot, I think, 34% last year, and this season he's on fire shooting at almost 38 to 40%, which is insane rate. Look at him. Gets established right here. OG's coming off him, which is okay. Scouting report was like, hey, coming into the year, hey, we can let him shoot here. But Josh Giddey is absolutely playing lights out from three this year so far. Chicago Bulls fans are giddy for Giddy, and that's exactly what's happening here. Again, have the ball here, get after it. Again, in transition, they're probably going to go over here. They're going under, right? They go under. What did I tell you guys before? Guys, coming into the year, you would say go under on Giddy. Go under on Giddy. He's not going to beat you from three. He's inconsistent. Well, guess what? He's on a heat a little bit this year. He's getting set. Look at him get shoulders up. He's getting a little bit more arc on his shot than in years prior. His shooting form still looks pretty decent. Could do a little bit mechanically, a little bit better. But again, they went under on him, and he got that. Again, let's take a look at this right here. Another shot right here. Brunson going on him. Get the rebound here. We're in transition here. We're in transition. Gets it off here. Giddy gets it right here. Again, a lot of space. He's making it, and he's going to take it. Again, take a look at this, guys. This is, if you ask me, I told you guys, I'm not going to clickbait you guys. If you ask what the biggest thing about Josh Giddey that's opening up this in the Bulls offense so far is that the fact that this shot is going down. You saw it in transition. You saw it in the half court. He is just making and absolutely taking threes, guys, and it's opening up everyone's game. And that's why the three-point shot is so important. We saw it with Anthony Edwards. You've seen from a lot of different, right here, again, look at this. Look at this drive here. Again, going left, hard driver left. Notice how they manipulate the space so they can score. We talked about this in Miami Heat offense, right? Look at this, what they're doing. They're cutting here, setting a ball screen here so he can go hard left. Guess what? This is the first time you probably saw him go hard left, right? He's going hard left. Again, he always went left on his OKC Thunder days too, right? But he wants to finish right. But he's way better going left than he was back in this year 2 and 3. You want to see development. Right here, gets cut off here, comes off here, gets it. He still has his live dribble here. Picks up his pivot right there, goes and finishes to the right. Again, that's Josh Giddey, guys. That's Josh Giddey. And so far, so good, guys. So far, so good from the Chicago Bulls. I think they've only have one loss as recording to this video here. Again, we don't know. Advanced Stats are still saying, hey, he's not a top 10 player, not a top 20 player in the half court. He's still on the average mark, but let's see what happens here. Bam. The manipulating space here, driving. What's he want to do? Finish right, and he finishes right. But again, he's way more confident hard driving left. He's always been a hard driver right or left, right? Oh, see, Thunder, we did this. But notice how, again, the manipulating space, getting space here. We're going to do a ball screen here. We're going to drive, attack, cat. Come off here, and we're going to finish right with a little running floater here, and we're okay with that. Again, he's just doing a tremendous job so far this year at seeing all the pieces in there. I think Donovan and the staff is doing a good job. Players believe in him. Again, what's happening here? This is the same play we kind of saw it, but it's not the same play, but it kind of is. Look, we're going to create space here, left hand, and look at him. They go over the top of him, right? And Giddy does, if you're a high school point guard, college point guard right here, when teams are going over top to you, want to get them on their back right here, space it out here, get them on your back, get them back so you can play, you can survey. So doing a great job of Mikal Bridges, going to do a great in front, but that's exactly what we want to see here. Again, to try to finish right, doesn't quite get it, but he does get it right there. But again, very good job of him. Over top, he's snaking it, seeing what's happening there, surveying the drop, catch still dropping, going to finish with a right-hand floater. We've seen that before, not a lot of arc, but still gets it. Again, guys, this is Josh Giddey, guys. This is what he does. He's doing such a good job this year, and the Chicago Bulls are off to a great start. Bulls love to fan to see it, and I think a healthy Chicago team, a good Chicago team, is fun to watch for the league. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like, and keep your sights on basketball vision.